This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks podcast.
What about our Quasar podcast, The Quantum Zone?
What about our Quasar podcast?
Wendell Vaughn, the first Earthman ever appointed Protector of the Universe. Bonded to the energy-transforming quantum bands that are both weapons and symbols of his station, he fights an ongoing battle to defend all life in the universe from cosmic evil as Quasar. Hello and welcome back to the Quantum Zone, episode 143. Yes, it's still Starblast. I am Phil. Joining me as always, Master of the Quantum Zone.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
And master of the follically strong, it is.
This is Matt. I am the master of needing a haircut, Matt Kona. Gotta get him clipped.
He's like the male Medusa, man. That beard's gonna get you. All right. So before we get to our issue tonight, Fantastic Four 36, I thought I would throw it out to the co-host here. All right, let's start off. Mr. Will Allred, how is the Kickstarter going for Crossover Division?
Very well, actually. We're almost 50% funded, so we're on track, and things are looking good. But, the more the merrier, so if anybody's out there want to give it a shot, we'll hit you with the links later.
Nice. So I see you've been making some appearances.
Yeah, I did a podcast. I've done a couple of podcasts, actually. Yeah. That Rob Southgate guy. Yeah. Pretty cool.
I didn't that
was
that, yes.
That was really fun. I think it was Go Fund This. That was the name of it. That was a lot of fun discussion. And then I just did one today that probably won't go up until like the 3rd. And then we had a live stream with a couple other creators about a print that we're going to all kind of share with people back all 3 of our campaigns, and I think that was like an hour and a half. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
good discussion, good questions.
Yeah, I was going to say not this weekend, but next weekend we're going to have Kat on Capes and Lunatics.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so yeah, we're going to have Kat on. Yeah, so because I guess Rob talked to her. He's like, oh yeah, she really wants to be on. I was like, oh.
Yeah, she's awesome. Her like father, like daughter is kicking tail. She's already funded and going for stretch goals at this point.
Nice. And on the other side of the coin, just today,
I'm helping to fund one of Will's projects, so I'm available for podcasts too.
I was going to say a podcast went up with you just today of this recording. I saw you were on another episode of Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
I didn't get to listen yet, but I can't wait.
Yeah, it was a fun time. It was a very early morning on Monday, 7 a.m. our time, and I saw it work though.
And I saw you guys talk the Bendis Avengers issue.
Bendis. We did an annual, the first and only of its kind in the run. Annual. There wasn't really like an annual. It was just like a regular book, but a few pages longer.
So like I said, I didn't listen to it yet, but anyone interested, it was Into the Night, episode 174. Then in a few weeks, episode 177, I believe she said, will be Lilith Hellfire's Isle of Ra. So,
ooh,
nice. Very nice. Did she have fun?
Oh yeah, she said it was great. Yeah, they had a blast. You know, Ray makes everyone feel welcome.
Oh yeah. It was awesome.
But I said just today Matt Conan, like 3 weeks Lilith Hellfire. I'm like, Ray, you're welcome. I'm sending feedback. Nah, Ray's great. And one more time, I want to give I did it when Lilith and we just recorded the last Ultimate Spider Cast of the year since she's going to be away. I want to give a shout out to my comics guy Elvin at Infinity Comics and More, because not only I didn't read it yet, but he gave me all this week's books, and I got all of next week's DC books. Will. I got Strange Adventures. I didn't read it yet, but I got it. But no,
is that number 8?
Was it 7? I think maybe it was
7.
It was 7 or 8. Like I said, I didn't read it. I didn't read it yet.
It's going to be 12 issues, right?
I believe it's 12. Yeah, because I think that's what he usually does, like the Mr. Miracle. And yeah, I think it's usually 12. But no, that and the big shout out is might have got Luca hooked on the comics because he got $10 from my grandparents. We were going to the comic store. He was like, can I buy something? I'm thinking, he's going to buy a Funko or something. He goes, no, I want to buy comics. I'm like, okay. Yeah, so he picked out like 3 comics. Yeah. He picked out like 3 Spider-Man comics, and then I think the total would have come to like 10 something. But yeah, Elvin saw he had like a $10 bill in his hand. He's like, no, it's $10. I'm like, okay.
Very cool.
A negotiating tactic. Yeah, I mean, for a kid, $10 at the comic book store. I mean, you can get some good stuff.
That's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he got
get him hooked young.
It was like, what is that? The Marvel something or other. It's like I think the Spider-Man book geared towards kids. But then so 2 of those. And then
was it Marvel Adventures Spider-Man? Maybe.
It's something like that. Yeah. It was 2 of those, and then he got a Marvel Tales issue. It was like a Spider-Man Daredevil team up.
Nice.
Yeah. So thanks again. Yeah, and again, people, support your local comic shops, small businesses, and hey, you help them, they help you out.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right. So now, what else is going on since this will be in December, but we're recording this the night before Thanksgiving?
That's right.
That's right.
I'm trying to think. The Kickstarter has taken all my mental energy at the moment.
hey, Will, you want to make a statement?
I am God.
Nice. Starblast is the gift that keeps on giving, isn't it?
Yeah.
Slow down. We need this for drops. Slow down. We need this for drops. Slow down. We need this for drops.
Matt Coda with the drop warning. But yeah, but Matt, I was just telling Will, I don't know what cable system you have, but I know in our DirecTV this weekend, like all the movie channels are doing like a free preview, like the HBOs, the Cinemaxes, the Stars, the Showtimes.
Oh yeah, HBO Max, man. They keep putting out stuff that intrigues me, but I haven't taken the dive yet. I haven't gone for it. But
you waiting for like the 20-hour Justice League Snyder cut?
I don't know about that, but like Conan O'Brien is doing a variety show on it.
Oh, that's right. I want to check that out. I haven't checked that out yet. I listened to his podcast. Yeah, I remember him talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Seth Rogen did a movie about a guy who is pickled in time, and it's sort of like an Encino Man, but with pickling or something.
I did hear about that. Does he get like literally pickled like in juice?
Yeah. It seems intriguing, like a funny movie, but and then they just got a bunch of old stuff.
Yeah, it looks like they have a bunch of comedy specials on there too and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get ours through Amazon, and I think that they said that HBO Max is going to be part of that. So that as long as we're already buying HBO through Amazon, so Max is included now.
Yeah,
we still have it.
Yeah, I think that works with us. Yeah, we do ours through the DirecTV, but yeah, I think if you have any kind of HBO subscription, I think you just get HBO Max. Yeah, which I've been watching more of that than the actual HBO. Although we've been watching old shows. Luke is on a Big Bang Theory kick now.
Oh, nice. He's just taking massive hit sitcoms from different decades.
Oh yeah, he was on Friends for a while. Now he's on Big Bang Theory. Yeah, it's funny because like he's almost like pulling a Sheldon because like he learned about sarcasm from that show. Because we were here the one day and I was like, I don't know. Danielle left that folder out. I was like, I just love when Mom leaves that out. And he goes, was that sarcasm? I'm like, yes, Sheldon, that was sarcasm.
So everybody, you guys doing all right?
Yep.
Oh, I'm doing great, baby. The 6-day weekend for Thanksgiving for me. Woo!
Nice.
I don't go back till Tuesday. Woo!
Yeah,
And watch, I'm probably, when this hits the podcast, I'm probably sitting there listening to this at work. So, sorry, future me.
Future self, sorry, but past self is having a blast.
Yeah, man, 6 days off. And then I got like 2 weeks off for Christmas.
Nice.
December 18th is the last day, man.
Very nice.
I know. Oh, it's so hard to get. The longer the break, the harder it is to go back. Meanwhile, Will's been teaching from home for the majority of the year, huh?
Well, working from home.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, teaching from home. Yeah.
Nope. I'm on a bit of a sabbatical from the teaching, the night teaching. Actually, I think I stopped doing the night class stuff about a year ago to focus more on the comic work, and I'm kind of glad I did, because one of the thing that energizes me most about teaching is that interaction in a class, being there. I don't think I would have done very well with the Zoom meetings or like that, just because, it's not the same. You don't get that energy back when you're putting it out over a Zoom meeting as opposed to being in class where you can, gauge things. It just, I guess it worked out all right, but I still do miss teaching. I'm going to have to start doing it again one of these days, but I want to make some comics first.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
Selfish man.
Hey, can bring joy to the world through comics. Oh, and then I know what Matt Kona's been up to. Every time I see, there's an Instagram story, it's just like his dog attacking other dogs or something.
I just put my dog's morning routines at the dog park on Instagram pretty much every morning. So if you're an early riser, you can see him fresh off the presses.
Does the dog wake you up every morning?
Not always. Sometimes I'm just like used to being woken up, so I'm just getting up at that time. So there's been a few times where I've woken up before her, and which is fine. It's my preferred method, because we gotta cut her nails, which makes me very, very uncomfortable. So she sometimes wakes you up by just swatting you in the face with a big paw, and
Yeah.
What kind of dog?
It's a lab, black lab. Shelly is her name. Yeah.
She's a big dog then.
I was going to say.
She's just 6 months now, but she's getting big.
She's going to get big, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Otis right now, you can see the painting in the background there. But we took him to the vet today and just kind of some checkup stuff, and he weighs in at 71 pounds.
71 pounds. That's more.
He is a big little dog.
That's more than my 7-year-old kid.
Yeah.
He's a low rider. There's now here you go. Basset hounds, their bones are so dense that they do not float in water. They will sink.
Wow.
He's like Wolverine.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, when you said the big old paw on the face, I totally sympathize, man.
Yeah.
Was he older? Because I know, like, my parents, they had an old beagle, and he was like a low rider too.
Low riders for life, man. He's going to be 2 on December 5th, so he's starting to calm down some. I mean, he still has puppy attacks where he wants to, run around and play and be crazy. But one thing that Bassets like to do that I'm perfectly fine with is lay around and sleep a lot. So,
But my parents have a cat and a dog, and before these ones they had they had 2 cats and a dog. But yeah, Kona, you think it's bad that dogs swat you in the face? I think it was one of the last cats. My dad would get up in the morning and feed them, and it's I think he said one of the other old cats, if he didn't get up to feed him in time, they would just sit on his head. He's laying there sleeping in bed. The cat would just sit on his head. It's like, what are you
Shelly's probably going to be 80 pounds, right? So that would be kind of rough sitting on your head.
Yeah.
Oh, when I was a kid, my one aunt had a black lab, and I mean, if it got up on its hind legs, it could put its front paws on my dad's shoulders, and my dad's like 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That thing's... That dog gets as big as it's going to get. It might be big as you are.
That's true. So, here we go. Looking forward to it.
One thing about little Otis over there is that I think he sheds another full dog about every day. It seems like, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I always said as a kid I always wanted like a golden retriever, but I'm like I would never get one now because oh my god, you know how much those things shed.
Oh man.
I had like a friend of a friend who had one, and I was like, oh my god, you could build like another dog with what they shed in hair.
Yeah.
Exactly. So how long have you had Shelly?
6. Well, we've had her since I don't know, maybe like 2 months. No, 3 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she's 6 months old, but we didn't have her since she was a puppy. She was like 3 or 4 months.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
All right. So should we get to tonight's main event?
All right.
Fantastic Four 386. March 1994. The cover claims it's part 11.
Is that true?
Well, for us, it's part 12, so.
Yeah.
Close. Oh, Lord, I see the Falco. The last blast before the end of the Fantastic Four.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so. I love that you're going to get the summary of the book at the top there. I love the book's Fantastic Four, but they only mention the Thing, Invisible Woman, and the Human Torch. Because Reed Richards is supposedly dead.
Supposedly dead, yeah.
Yeah.
At least throw Ant-Man in there or something. All right, so.
And you get to see a birth. They bury the lead, but they just stick that in the bottom panel of the cover.
That's right, kids. Matt Kona's getting Weekend of Birth live tonight on the Quantum Minute. And the top of the page has a Starblast crossover, which directly followed the events of Namor the Submariner 48. It should have been like, yes, follows Namor, and none of the other issues of the Starblast.
Starblast are completely unimportant to this.
At least they pointed you in the right direction. Yeah, go check out Namor.
Yeah.
The title, and then came Despair. All right. While Lyja goes into labor half a world away, Sue and Ben, with the aid of the Submariner and a few of his friends, have managed to destroy the Earth Thruster housed within the Marianas Trench. But now, don't rock the boat.
Hey, what's the big idea? Who's shaking up the stealth hawk?
'Tis this a seaquake grim. Who is he, Thor? 'Tis a seaquake grim. The force of the exploding Earth Thruster is causing the walls of Challenger Deep to rain upon us.
Here, I thought it was only Mrs. Paul trying to nab you for a new frozen fish recipe.
And of course, Tom DeFalco, words, plot, Paul Ryan, pencils, our boy Paul Ryan, Danny Belandi, inks, Rockwitz and Andriani, colors, Dave Sharp, letters, Ralph Macchio, editor. Ooh. Yeah, good. They didn't let DeFalco edit himself. Okay. That's enough, Ben. The Stealth Hawk was built for space travel. Its external force aura should keep the hull secure, as it would if this were a simple meteor shower, but that won't prevent us from being buried alive. You've got to get us out of here.
Yeah, even I managed to figure that out. Only trouble is, the engines won't ignite. Pointy Ears and I must have screwed up the electrical system while we were tussling earlier. We're dead in the water.
Some leader I am, Reed would have known what to do, but I haven't the slightest idea. I never realized what it would be like making such decisions under such Oh my god. They're in the ocean. She has to make all these decisions under pressure. I see the photo. There's no need to panic, Susan. Tiger Shark and I have the necessary strength to push this craft to safety.
Yeah, I'm sure we do. Too bad it ain't gonna happen. case you haven't noticed, I don't give a guppy's gill for you or your air-breathing buddies. Tamara's the only one I care about, and we can easily bust out of here and swim to safety.
I think it was me. Tiger Shark, please, we're all in this together. Please aid Prince Namor for me.
And so, then we see Namor and Tiger Shark outside in the ocean. Tiger Shark,
Don't make a big deal out of this, pal. It doesn't change a thing between us. I ain't here for you.
Alright, so some people grunt when they lift. What does Namor do? Whatever your motives, the avenging sun is now in your debt. Imperious Rex!
Swell. We'll see if you'll remember that the next time I go after Atlantis.
Yahoo! Steering through the undersea boulders is almost as much fun as riding the bumper cars at Coney Island.
You certainly have a weird definition of fun, Mr. Grimm.
It comes with the territory, Dr. Newell. Xylm the Fermati is responsible for Earth thrusters and the destruction of the Benari, but I shall have vengeance.
Tamara sounds so bitter, and I don't blame her. I barely survived losing Reed, even though I'm certain he's still alive somewhere. She was forced to witness the extermination of her entire race. And meanwhile, in a midtown hospital located back in Manhattan,
this woman is... I'm sorry.
No.
It's just a nurse, right?
Yeah.
Was she pregnant with a figure like that? No, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Was I Johnny?
It was Johnny Storm. Was that you?
I think it was Will. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Take it easy, Lyja. The doctor's already on his way.
Phil. Yeah.
Who was Lyja?
What difference will it make, Johnny? No Earth physician. What difference does it make, Johnny? No Earth physician is schooled in Skrull biology.
Maybe not, young lady, but I have plenty of experience when it comes to delivering babies.
I hope you have a strong stomach, Doctor.
I hope you have a strong... Oh, that's you.
Oh, sorry, that's me. No, it was you. I thought it was pointing to Johnny, but it...
I hope you have I hope you have a strong stomach, Doctor, because this girl stinks. No, I'm just kidding.
What's she talking about?
I'm not sure. I just know that you're going to need this. Oh, yes, Johnny, right?
I think it's Johnny.
Is that Johnny?
Yeah.
That is.
I'm not sure. I just know that you're going to need this.
What on earth?
This is a Skrull birthing device, Doctor. Lyja will explain excuse. I'm afraid it isn't from Earth, and neither is she.
We have a patient about to give birth, nurse. Let's get to work. So that thing's like Skrull stirrups or something?
Who knows?
Right.
Be at peace, Johnny Storm. Your woman is in good hands. She's not exactly my woman, Triton, but thanks for the support. I feel a whole lot better if only Reed could be here to watch over her.
Alright, and I guess back in the ocean, but they don't give us a meanwhile or anything. Alright, I never realized how much we routinely depended on Reed to watch over us. Ben is struggling to repair the Stealth Hawk, but it would have been child's play for Reed.
I ain't no blasted electrician, but this ought to get us running.
I have every confidence in you, Mr. Graham.
Each one of us, Doc.
Susan, from the pained expression on your face, it's fairly obvious that you're thinking of Reed. I just want to say, save your sympathy, Namor. Contrary to what others may believe, I know that my husband is still alive somewhere, and I am determined to find him. I understand, Susan. I merely wish to offer my assistance in your quest. Namor, I thank you. I should have realized that I could always depend on you.
If only the submariner's eyes caressed me as gently as they do that air breather. Namor, I don't mean to interrupt, but I was just monitoring the subspace frequencies, and I detected a most intriguing transmission.
Let's see. Okay, I'll take this guy. It's one of the other ones, right? So, I am certain Lord Skeletron will be appropriately impressed with your efficiency, Xylm. It takes real talent to lose a single planetary thruster. You lost 2.
Be reasonable, Fabricant. I did as I was instructed. The plan itself was obviously flawed.
Only our only flaw was in choosing you. Starblasters accept only one excuse for failure.
Wait, there is no need for the ultimate punishment. My mission was to distract Earth's heroes with a planetary disaster. Oh, so that was the whole thing. That's what we're supposed to be doing, okay. A goal which can only be accomplished if I employ my ship to generate a massive tidal wave.
You have won a reprieve, Xylm. Do not squander it.
I'll be this guy. I don't understand, Fabricant. We have already achieved our objectives on the planet Earth.
As shown in the Starblaster's limited series, Ralph Blaster.
As clearly shown in this limited series. What purpose will the formality serve by causing an unnecessary distraction at this stage?
None, unless he inadvertently spares us the task of eliminating him ourselves.
Burn. But even as Xylm focuses on his new mission, an unaccustomed chill drills down Johnny Storm's spine. Though he instinctively raises his body temperature, it does little good.
I wanted to be with Lyja, but the doctor would only allow emergency personnel in the living room. I know I should try to put up a brave front for the others, but I keep thinking about the way the FF's luck has been running lately. You recently lost Reed. What if something should go wrong with Lyja or the baby?
Try to relax, Johnny. All expectant fathers are nervous. I am sure the doctor is doing his best.
Will it be enough?
You obviously care very deeply for this woman.
Yeah, well, we used to be married. But that was before I learned she was a Skrull and only pretending to be human. It's kind of a complicated story.
We have time.
Straightening
Right.
the torture old buddies, it isn't right for me to intrude. I may as well find a phone and check in with my daughter. I don't blame Johnny for being a basket case. I was worse when Cassie was born, and we didn't have half the complications. She was so excited when I got this job at the Fantastic Four. I just hope I didn't join in time to witness their final breakup. But 300 miles west of the California coastline, Xylm completes his final frantic preparations. While at that precise moment, flying over the ocean, we have to reach Xylm before he triggers that tidal wave. Can the Stealth Hawk go any faster?
Sure, I could always kick this baby into hyperdrive, but then we'd risk overshooting our mark by a few dozen light years.
It seems like the Fantastic Four hasn't had a moment's peace the past few months. We keep jumping from one crisis to the next. It's only a matter of time before the never-ending strain and constant stress makes us careless, and one mistake is all we'll get.
Heads up, we're almost on top of Xylm's ship, but I'm detecting a massive power buildup. Look at the energy cocooning his ship. He must be activating his wave accelerator. What should we do?
I'm assuming all of those were Stingray.
Yeah, you can't tell who's saying it, yeah. We have no choice. Hundreds of thousands of lives are at stake. He must be stopped now, and she opens fire.
Are you out of your mind? Why'd you fire that missile? Did you hear what it sounded like? I'm playing with the format. Okay. We're supposed to be good guys, not cold-blooded murderers. This sure ain't the FF I signed up for.
Maybe not, but I stand by my decision. Drastic situations sometimes call for drastic solutions. Is Ben right? Did I overreact? It's like something Malice would have done. I thought I was finally free of her, but her evil persona might have been bonded to my psyche so long that I have actually begun to think like her.
While I personally applaud the Invisible Woman's actions, Lyja may yet live.
And again, no meanwhile or whatever, but back in the hospital.
Doctor, the patient's heart rate is all over the map, and her blood count defies analysis.
Not surprising, considering the circumstances. Young lady, if your baby is to have any chance for survival, you better explain this, whatever it is, fast.
How much do you know about Skrulls, Doctor?
Very little, I'm afraid.
We are a race of shapeshifters. By a conscious act of will, we can assume other physical forms through muscular expansion and contraction. However, the trauma of the birthing process saps our mental control, endangering both mother and child. The Licardo you hold is a birthing device, a special salve which you will reduce me to a near liquid state so that the baby can easily be taken.
I thought this one was some kind of mutant, but she's a creature from another planet.
She's our patient, nurse. If you or anyone else have a problem with that, leave now. The rest of us have work to do. And then back at the ship again, over the ocean.
In winter.
I think that's Ben.
I think.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think, yeah.
Yahoo! I managed to snag the 2-bit hunk of junk before it sunk into the ocean. All I need now is a recycling container big enough to dump.
Nice work, Graham. The rest of us will get into gear and check that wreck for survivors.
These speakers will allow Tamara and me to communicate underwater with Noel's Stingray armor and Susan's pressure suit.
Hey, what about me?
You and the thing are staying behind.
You gotta be kidding.
Quit your belly aching, Tiger Shark. You ain't exactly my idea of a fun date either. Now move it, people. This tractor beam ain't gonna hold forever.
And back at the hospital.
You and Lyja have survived many crises together, Johnny. I am certain you will survive this as well. But I do not possess adequate words to express my grief over the death of Reed Richards. You and me both, pal. Time and again, the illustrious leader of the Fantastic Four came to the aid of the Inhumans. He even invented the air-breathing apparatus, which I now wear. He had a spirit and courage second to none. He routinely cheated almost certain death, such as when I was called to rescue him from the debris belt of the negative zone. Any other man would have long since surrendered to despair, not Reed Richards. Is there no hope, no matter how slim, that he still lives? Not as far as I'm concerned, but Sue thinks so. Then the possibility does exist. I guess anything's possible in this crazy world of ours. That would mean Dr. Doom may have also survived.
And even as the Torch's blood runs cold, our attention suddenly shifts to the tiny kingdom of Latveria as jagged questions tangle the air.
Where's our beloved master?
Why has no one seen him in weeks?
Rumors abound of his untimely demise.
True, but we have heard such tales in the past, and they always proved false.
Wait, look at the parapet walk! It's him! It's Dr. Doom!
An approving roar rises from the crowd as a grim figure appears before his cheering subjects. Then, without a backward glance, his mind riveted on matters far beyond their simple joy, he returns to his brooding castle. I love how he has a nickname for it. I wonder how these poor people would react if they knew this entire world teeters on total destruction. The time has come to initiate Phase 2 of my master plan. Safe from the prying eyes of all save his faithful robots, he activates a special ring on his right hand and slowly removes the iron mask to reveal the face of Nathaniel Richards.
What?
What? As father of Reed Richards. I must locate my grandson at once. Only Franklin can avert the cataclysm destined to come. And on that cheerful note, we return to the Pacific Ocean.
Stay together. We mustn't be separated.
This entire ship looks deserted. Could Xylm have already abandoned it?
Perhaps, but no. I sense a strange mewing in my head. There he is. Help me, please. I cannot free myself.
We've got to be careful. Any sudden shifts. Oh no.
Ben, can you hear me? What's happening up there?
The tractor beam's starting to give. I can't hold on much longer. Get out. Get out now.
Tamara, we must...
No, I will not leave until I learn what has happened to the others of my race.
There are no others. They were all destroyed with the last planetary thruster. I am alone. And Namor's picking up the wreckage off him. Stand back. We can delay here no longer.
Incredible. That hunk of debris must weigh a few dozen tons, and Namor's lifting it as easily as a child's toy.
Hey, hurry it up, will ya? I can't hang around here forever. It's almost time for my coffee break. The ship is collapsing around us.
Did anybody bother to note the location of the nearest exit?
Follow me, Walter. My invisible force field will shield us.
I don't mean to be pushy or nothing, but move it, move it, move it.
There's the portal. Hold tight, Susan. We're almost out, but will we make it in time? And back to the hospital.
It's funny talking about Reed and all. I can't help but think back to when Franklin was born.
Your nephew?
Yeah, I had forgotten how hopeless things were looking back then. Reed had learned...
It's time for a flashback, right?
Reed had learned that radiation in Sue's blood was about to kill both her and the baby. Only one element could save them, and he was determined to find it, even if that meant braving the negative zone again. Things got pretty hairy, but Reed wouldn't quit. He wouldn't give up no matter how overwhelmingly the odds kept stacking up against us. Not while the lives of his wife and unborn child were at stake. Eventually his determination paid off.
That's the spirit, Johnny. Any man can be destroyed, but some will never know defeat. But something new seems to be bothering you. I was just wondering, whatever happened to Franklin?
Glad you asked that question, Johnny. Because somewhere else, the teenage warrior known as Franklin Richards battles for control of his very mind. For the past few months, Malice has resided within Susan Richards' subconscious, influencing her every thought and action. Recently, she mind-leaped into young Franklin, a psionic of immeasurable power. And now they both battle for supremacy. The Psy War is brutal, without even a hint of mercy, until, and you see a big flash of light, then you see Franklin standing there with that evil look on his face. A victory is claimed.
I ain't seen a shave close. I haven't seen a shave that close since Beavis trimmed Butthead with a chainsaw. Okay, well, I'm glad that it at least relates to Quasar a little bit in this issue.
There you go.
Here we go.
Friends of Quasar, that's right. Very funny, Ben. Very funny, Ben, in your topical humor. Concentrate on getting us home, while the rest of us figure out what to do with our guest. I expect to be treated as an interstellar prisoner of war.
Shut up. I know what I'd like to do with you.
No, Tiger Shark. Xylm is guilty of crimes against the Banari. I insisted on his capture so that the ghosts of my race, my sisters whom he helped murder, could be laid to rest. And they shall never know peace until he has been slain by one of their own. She flies at him with her staff.
Impales him, yeah. Tamara! No. I never witnessed anything so calculatingly cold-blooded, and yet I am so revolted by the sheer brutality of her act, or because I see so much of the woman I have recently become in Tamara. Am I destined to become as heartless a killer as she? Is this the legacy Malice has left me? Susan, please wait. Try to calm down. You don't understand. I've seen too much violence, too much death and destruction. The unrelenting stress and strain is finally getting to me. You needn't face it alone.
Meanwhile, around the corner, up the corridor, Ben is open. What the? It sure doesn't take that slimy fish-faced freak long to move in on the unhappy widow. And yet, maybe this is exactly what Susie needs to help start her getting over Reed. It was only a matter of time before she turned to someone. Although I would have thought, who am I kidding? It would just ain't no contest. Who would you choose if you needed a shoulder to cry on? The handsome prince or the ugly monster?
And then back at the hospital.
Doctor, I found something that the patient expelled. The patient expelled it as soon as she was reduced to this spongy state.
Sometimes it happens during pregnancy. During labor. What is that?
I'm not sure. It looks like some kind of implant.
We went too high. Put it aside. We can't worry about it now. The baby's on the way. I can almost feel it. It looks... Oh my God.
What's taking so long? Why hasn't anyone told us anything yet?
Easy, Johnny. These things take time.
What if something has gone wrong?
You have come too far, Johnny. You mustn't panic now. Wait. Look who has arrived.
Johnny, is there any word about Lyja or the baby?
Not yet. Where'd you two come from?
Ben dropped us off on the hospital's roof. He's out looking for a place to park the Stealth Hawk now.
It figures he's probably hovering over the back streets because he's too cheap to spring for a meter.
Mr. Storm, I have news.
What is it, Doctor? Why do you look so grim? Has something happened to Lyja?
No, she'll be fine.
Then it's the baby?
Mr. Storm, I don't know how to begin. I don't exactly know what to say. In all my years, I've never experienced anything like this. It's an egg! Yeah, it looks like a big golden egg.
So did the Starblast crossover just lay an egg?
Oh! What do you mean, just? So the ocean part of Starblast is tied up. Thoughts?
Hey, that's to be continued, though, man.
Yes, but not anything we're going to be covering. Yes. I don't think it even turns out to be a real baby. It's not a baby.
Yeah.
I love any thoughts. Yeah.
There we have it. I don't know, man. That was it was a sort of a weird. If you were just a regular Fantastic Four reader, I mean, this is kind of a strange period for them anyway. With Reed Richards in the book and things like that. Mentioning of Ben having the kind of schoolboy crush, and being scarred and relegated to being the Scotty of the Enterprise role.
I mean, the Fantastic Four stuff was interesting, like Lyja's baby and stuff. But it's like, what happened? Yeah. The Starblast stuff. What happened? They tracked down Xylm. They shot his ship and then dug him out of the wreckage.
Right.
And then, what's her name? Stabbed him.
Yep.
Right.
End of story.
Yeah, and you got a little will they, won't they, Namor and Sue Richards stuff. And
I'm trying to remember, didn't Xylm have people working for him, or it's just like, oh yeah, he's dead. Yeah, we're good.
Right. Yeah. So it was. I mean, it looked good.
Paul Ryan. Yeah.
Paul Ryan.
It moved. Yeah. It moved. It had some flashbacks, but it's just sort of suffering from. You got a big pot of strange characters. Just occasionally they'll fight for a few panels and pull them back, and it just doesn't affect you ultimately that much. But I think I just missed Skeletron, basically. And the lack of Skeletron upset me.
And his deadly ribs.
Deadly ribs.
Yeah, no offense, but I don't know. I think it'll be a little happier once we clear Starblast.
Yeah.
Well, yes and no, because it means we're so close to the end.
True. But then starting with 151, we get to do Squadron Supreme.
That's true. Mm-hmm. That is true.
Mm-hmm. All right,
and we'll have future Quasar appearances to do as we slowly move forward.
Mm-hmm.
And Marvel, yes.
Mm-hmm. That will work, but there's kind of a long desert of Quasar appearances. After the end of his book, you've got Cosmic Powers Unlimited, Star Masters. Those are 3 issues, I think.
We'll get there eventually. Yeah.
And then I think it was Wade and Waringo on Fantastic Four, where he next appeared, and then Annihilation, where he kind of gets taken out. Spoilers. And
before that too, I mean, it's not a big thing, but like when the Avengers come back from Heroes Reborn, he's kind of in the crowd. But yeah, I mean, he's there.
But he's one of the ones that hears the call too. So that makes sense. And we get some good moments with him and Cap and everybody. So,
but yeah,
it's not until we get kind of a renaissance of Quasar when he comes back in the Nova book.
Oh yeah, that's right. Eventually, we'll get to the Nova. Yeah, but I mean, I think he kind of got. I think it hurt him in the '90s. Just when the series ended, and 2 with the passing of Grunwald. I think that really.
Yeah, but he's showed up in the latest. He's coming. He showed up in the previous Guardians of the Galaxy series a couple of times, maybe, and then he's coming.
Supposedly,
in this one, supposedly. I mean, somebody I know talked to Al Ewing. I don't know who that was.
Yeah, I know. But
excuse me.
We should get that checked. I think the way Al was talking, I think he was just so far ahead in writing that, that's why it's taken a while to get to Quasar, because just with the COVID during the break, I think he just wrote so far ahead.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, hopefully soon.
But the Fantastic Four story is awesome.
Yeah. Hey, I was going to say, I talked to Al Ewing, but somebody else got a letter printed in Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't want to hear it.
Wow.
That's true.
Wow. I have a way with words. What can I say? All right, so Should we hear what Ray had to think about this?
Yeah.
Certainly.
All right, everyone. For this, I gotta bring the picture up too, of course. Hopefully this isn't your first episode of the Quantum Zone. But for those of you who may not know, our friend Ray from Australia, we've all appeared on his podcast. Well, one of his many podcasts, but yes, always sends us weekly feedback. But yes, Ray hosts several shows, including Last Sons of Krypton, a Superman podcast, To Know Her Is to Fear Her, a Spider-Woman podcast. You can hear him here the last Tuesday of every month, talking Scarlet Spider with me and Matt Kona on the Ultimate Spider-Cast. But of course, the big one, the one he's known for, Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast, which I'm sure you'll be hearing much more of once that Moon Knight series hits Disney+. All right, everyone, so sit back for the next, what is this, a little over 5 minutes, and here is a consummate expert talking all things Fantastic Four 386. All right, Ray, do it.
Hello, Mr. Drop King, Mr. Clippers, and Mr. Well Red. This is Ray. I'm dropping in my thoughts for the part 11, it seems, of Starblast, Fantastic Four 386. Now, apologies again if you do hear some of the natural fauna chattering away, and some cars as well, just out and about, doing your thing. But yeah, I wanted to leave my thoughts on this issue, and first up, again, I'd like to applaud the artwork by Paul Ryan.
Yep.
I really do enjoy it. Really just solid piece of artwork. I remember reading this and kind of, really taking note and admiring how good and solid the art was. So hats off to the artist there. It really did improve the reading. Having said that, though, I think most of the issue I really enjoyed. I know, it's really weird. I was counting the panels. This issue is chock-a-block. I mean, we're talking about stock standard, on average, about 5-6 panels per page, if not more. So there was a lot of text and a lot of scenes put into this. But having said that, that was also quite enjoyable because it did make it feel satisfying to read through. A lot of characters to go through, and there were the two stories I think were well balanced. Basically, that of Johnny Storm and Lyja. I think that's how her name's called, and the Submariner with Sue Storm and the Thing and Tiger Shark. That was entertaining as well.
Tiger Shark.
I did like the. How much of a Casanova is Namor? Oh my gosh! Like, he's even got Tamara kind of swooning after him, and she's got Tiger Shark there. Hopefully nothing comes of it because I don't want to say that Namor will be in trouble because he can hold his own, but he got Tiger Shark. He's quite an aggressive little fella. He might be not too happy if he hears that his girlfriend is kind of into the prince. Or the king of Atlantis.
Rumpy Pumpy.
And also, as well, there was it alluded to, is Ben Grimm, is he interested in Sue Storm? Because he catches Namor kind of confiding with Sue, and he makes mention that, I was hoping, and then it kind of stops. And he goes, what was I thinking? She'd be going for that suave kind of princely guy rather than like an ugly monster. So I found that an interesting little take. It was good to see Slime back in there as well, although he meets a very grisly end with Tamara. Unfortunately, so that was pretty callous of her, but I guess understandable. And also, I guess just wanting to say that was a bit of a nice little cliffhanger at the end with the golden egg. And I like this idea of how she becomes a spongy, liquidy state whilst giving birth, and there's that weird device I found all that quite fun and entertaining. Look, at the end of the day, does it really progress forward the whole Starblast event? No. But again, does that really matter? Not really for me. I just found it an entertaining book. So I'd give this maybe a B minus. It had a lot of stuff in there. It was enjoyable. But having said that as well, there was no big punchline to this, apart from, if you can say, the ending with Lyja's egg. But it had no really big X factor to this issue to really make it stand out so much. So, I mean, overall, I did enjoy it. And geez, there's going to be a lot for you guys to read through in this one. But it will be an enjoyable read. I read this on Marvel Unlimited, so I'll be doing so again when I listen to you guys, and your review. But keep it all up. May Slime rest in peace, and let's hope the egg, there's something good in that thing. All right, catch you later.
Catch ya. But yeah, I mean, that's like a weird thing. Like, every so often a writer will be like, "Oh, does Ben have a thing for Sue?"
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it ever really worked for me, but you can kind of bend the characters however you want, I guess. But I think they fight you if you try to bend them too far. And I mean, it's been a while since I've read a lot of those Kirby issues, the Lee Kirby issues. But I always thought that Sue and Ben were like brother and sister kind of thing, Well,
yeah, that's that's the weird thing. It's like some writers try to have him have a thing for her. Other writers are like, they're like brother and sister.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it kind of weird.
Yeah, I was just doing some reading on Lyja or Lyja, however you pronounce it. Apparently, the implant that was taken out was the thing that gave her powers. So when that was removed, she becomes just a normal shape-shifting Skrull.
Yes, and now that you say that, I do kind of remember that. Oh, and she just popped back up in the current issue of Fantastic Four. What was it, like a week or two ago? So, yeah.
Oh, and the egg was revealed not to be their child, but rather a Skrull bioweapon.
Yes,
which Lyja subsequently destroyed after it hatched.
Kids. But yes, but thanks for the feedback, Ray. But yeah, slow it down when you send the feedback, because remember,
slow down. We need this for drops. I like the wilderness vibe to it, though.
I know, it's like every feedback now. It's like, oh, watch out for the drop bears.
Yeah.
No, I think he's like outside at work or something.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, like half the time he's like, he's like, I read it before work. I'll send you feedback before work. Yeah, because he sent it not too long before we started. So again, time zones.
And we're taping this the day before Thanksgiving, and I know that Ray, because he lives in Australia and their religion doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving. I just want to say I'm thankful for Ray, always leaving feedback every week.
Yeah,
yep.
I try to send feedback as much as I can.
Thanks, Ray.
Yeah, that's right. Because of his religion, as Matt puts it. Yes,
the country of Australia's religion. They don't celebrate.
They do not celebrate Turkey Day. That's right.
Gobble gobble. Gobble gobble.
All right. So, should I tell them what's coming next, and then should we get out of here?
Sounds like a plan, man.
Sounds like a plan, Jan.
That's right.
All right. Quantum Zone. Okay, so next time, I believe it's the conclusion of Starblast, kids. Yay. Starblast number 4. And then the week after will be Quasar 57, which I believe we finally find out what Kismet's up to.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Herm Macari. Oh, yeah. All right, kids. So, send us your thoughts on those, and then I think it's going to be January after that, I believe. So, yeah, send your thoughts. We're going to be wrapping up the Quasar ongoing Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow the Quantum Zone on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can find our Facebook group, Grunwald Groupies. Go over there and join us. Talk about all the comic book work of Mark Grunwald. And find links to all of the various Capes and Lunatics social media, links to this YouTube. You can watch this video. Please go subscribe. Links to Patreon, links to merch. That's right. It doesn't have to be Christmas. Get your whole family Capes and Lunatics merchandise. All right. So get links to all of that at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And remember to support the sponsors. Tweaked Audio. Get yourself some great headphones. Hunt-A-Killer. Since we're all quarantining, get yourself a nice Hunt-A-Killer game. Fun for the whole family. Use the code Southgate for a discount on both of those. Then go pick up Pod Life the book, now in digital and paperback. You can pick that up on Amazon. And when you do, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and that many tentacled alien Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom. What did you say? Please kick me in the pants.
All right, Matt Kona, where can people find you walking the dog?
You can find me on Instagram at Matt Kona. If you look at the stories, I have archived stories too, because Instagram only lasts a day. You know, I post pictures of me and my dog Shelly and her many wrestling opponents. And that's pretty much the only thing I do besides this podcast. And so, but you can find me on social media, all at Matt Kona.
And we didn't get it through this episode, so.
Fuck it, Miller. Yeah. and check me out on Into the Night this week.
That's right. Episode, was it 174? Yes.
There you go.
Awesome.
All right. Will Allred, Master of the Quantum Zone. Where can people find Crossover Division?
Well, you can find Crossover Division on Kickstarter right now. Yay. You can find me at WALLRED. That's at Wallred at Gmail and Facebook, and Twitter's usually where I post a lot of stuff. So that's a good place. You can also then find Crossover Division is live on Kickstarter right now, and you go to crossoverdivision.com/KS for Kickstarter, and that'll take you right to the Kickstarter, which really looks cool. I've got some. These are the stickers.
Ooh, nice.
I got some temporary tattoos, too, which I haven't tried out yet, but I've got them here. We'll see how those work. You can also find my other published work, Diary of Night, at diaryofnight.com, which is pretty cool. And there's lots of cool stuff about Quasar at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org. They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
I'll put it in my
Triton, I like Triton with that really deep, heroic voice, and he gets to say stupid crap like that. It's awesome.
I am God.
Again, great, the live reads, just great for the drops.
Starblast, the gift that keeps on giving.
Just like herpes. Anyway. That's right, everyone. Come back next time for the conclusion of Starblast. Will the final chapter redeem it? Who knows?
There's hope.
Help us, Starblast number 4. You're our only hope. Again, even with this series wrapping up, I think I'm looking forward to that more than Starblast.
Here's something for you to think about. What if they ever make a trade of this?
Yeah, but they want stuff to sell, Will. Come on. Alright, Katie's. That's right. Do your reading. Come back next week. Starblast number 4. Alright. And remember, Quantum Zoners, keep it dilated.
Gobble, gobble.